Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave?
This is it, opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as the Atlanta Hawks get ready to battle. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls. And last year they were able to take the edge in the series thanks to some clutch play.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Exactly. Two top teams in the conference. They want to continue that success this season as they look long-term towards playoff seeding.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Big can out there with Porzingis. And it's Okafor in at the 5 down low. Now here's Rose. Butler with the ball. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to talk with Mike Budenholzer for just a moment. He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, "You know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint." Makes sense, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Here's Rodriguez, following the basket by Al Horford. Porzingis. Millsap grabs the miss. Chicago on defense. And that comes off the assist by Jeff T.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Here's Rodriguez. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Rodriguez has got himself on the board with 3 there.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
T kicks to Horford. They set the pick. Sefolosha dishes to Bazemore. The Hawks working the ball around. Horford sets a screen for Teague. Millsap passes to Sefolosha. 4 on the clock. From the wing. And it's Teague. That time on the assist by Millsap. Teague's got his first 2 points.
And early on, they looked great. They made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Porzingis passes to Okafor. Kicks it to Butler. Rodriguez right side. Dishes to Okafor. From the right block, the shot is good. Okafor's got his first points of the night.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Here's Bazemore. T kicks to Horford. Millsap down low. Misses the baby hook.
4 of 5 to start the game. That's their first miss.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Chance there to take the lead, missing. In the corner, Bazemore with it. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Butler on the wing. Tries from the block. That doesn't go either for Butler. The Hawks leading. And now here comes Teague leading the break. Bazemore misses. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Butler goes in from outside the arc. Back to Okafor, beyond the arc. Here's Porzingis, and that one is stuffed right through.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. Stolen by Rose. And they're pushing it up. Here's Okafor. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
Horford kicks to Cephalosha. To the right side. Horford dishes to Cephalosha. The offensive rebound. Horford, good. Horford's got 7 points.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Now here's Millsap. Rose with the block. Butler from outside. The shot will not go. And Atlanta will come the other way. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. The Bulls in second.
It was really an impressive campaign for their bigs. And honestly, I think the whole team did a great job of getting bodies on bodies and controlling that defensive backboard. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And the dunk by Horford.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it. And he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. he looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Al Horford with a strong contribution so far in this one.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Atlanta making some changes. Mike Scott's checked in for Millsap. Korver comes in for Kent Bazemore. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. The Bulls also changing it up. Leonard comes in for Porzingis, and it's Mike Conley in for Rose. They get it back. Conley kicks to Rodriguez. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Schroeder. The Hawks leading by 4. Outside, Scott. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. That's a 2 from Korver, but they'll get another chance. Horford, no luck. And Chicago shooting 39% in the early minutes of this game. Butler passes to Leonard. Conley dishes to Butler. Leonard kicks to Rodriguez. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Rodriguez has got 5 points so far.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Pick by Horford. Shot is off.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Schroeder with the ball. Butler covering. Pass to Schroeder. They set the screen. Cephalosha kicks to Korver. Feeds it to Schroeder. Pass to Horford. Shot off the screen. Again, the miss by Horford.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Okafor, the pass to Leonard. Butler on the wing. Oh! And there's a nice one-handed slam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Conley into the lane. There's the feed to Leonard. From downtown, here's Okafor, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Okafor's got it all tied up now for Chicago.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here's Schroeder. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Snatched up. Scott, and the rejection by Leonard. He feeds it to Okafor. Outside Butler. He kicks it to Leonard. Jacks up a three, and he gets it to go. Now it's a 3-point Bulls lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And it doesn't look like they'll be giving up on any plays tonight either. Their offensive rebounding has also been equally as impressive.
Atlanta making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for the Bulls. Portis comes in for Big Cat. Good!
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
And here are the Bulls now. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Conley. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Al Horford. Great showing for him last season. Last season put up about 21 points a game, 10 rebounds and 4 assists. And he led the charge when it came to scoring, led the team.
Yeah, he shot the lights out all year long from a variety of spots on the floor.
Now here's Korver. Horford, no luck.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Portis, the pass to Butler. Kicks it out to Leonard. Here's Portis, defended by Scott. Portis can't get it to go.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Here's Hardaway. Tries again. And Horford lays it up and in. Horford's got 13.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
O'Quinn, the shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
They set the pick. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Horford with the screen on Butler. Hardaway dishes to Horford. And again, it's Atlanta.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Butler. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Portis. And it's sent back by Horford. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first. Offensive rebound. Hardaway kicks to Horford. Doubled by Conley. Schroeder passes to Horford. It's tipped. Scott dishes to Hardaway. Outside Korver. Just 5 on the clock. That 3 off the mark. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Here's Atlanta. They're on a 10-2 run here. Now, here's Watson, covered by Conley. Here's Millsap. It's deflected. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
They've been a well-oiled machine offensively thus far.
They've kept the ball moving, Greg, and their opponents chasing after. That's how they've piled up all the points.
So for Chicago right now, they've got Kyle O'Quinn. Porzingis is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Rose, and it's Rodriguez in at the shooting guard position.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Now here's Watson. The dish to Bazemore. They set the pick. Teague with a clean look. Another three for Atlanta.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Watson kicks to Scott. Wide open look. Can't get it to go. And the Bulls going the other way now. Outside Rose. Outside Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing. Atlanta leading by 6. Millsap a screen. Teague drives in. He dishes it to Millsap. All alone. And again, it's Atlanta.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Right side Leonard. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Rodriguez and the powerful one-handed slam.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Now just a 4-point Hawks lead. Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Outside Teague. Scott inside, working on O'Quinn. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. Bulls trail by 4. The 3-ball. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Now the pass to Bazemore. Millsap kicks to Teague. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Rodriguez passes to Rose. Comes up empty down low.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And O'Quinn sends it back. Rodriguez against Millsap. O'Quinn dishes to Leonard. But they get it back. Outside for Rodriguez. And again, no good by Chicago. The Hawks leading by 4. Here's Watson. Got a piece of it. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Thabo Sefolosha is checked in for C.J. Watson. And Chicago also making a switch. Okafor's checked in. Here's Bazemore. That one wide left. Chicago has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Rodriguez, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. For the Hawks, Al Horford. He's checked in for Scott. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Kent Bazemore. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Now here's Schroeder. He's covered by Rose. Millsap a screen. Here's Teague. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Teague's got 5 points now in the quarter. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Now here's Schroeder. And here is Teague. Horford kicks it over to Schroeder. Millsap a screen. Back to Horford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that is good. And now it's a 3-point Atlanta lead. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. And here's Leonard from 3. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Teague, here we go. It's deflected. Rodriguez passes to Rose. Back to Rodriguez. Fires the 3. No luck. Great D that time from Teague.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.